Hi, this is Noosh Zakeri from Roseman College of Dental Medicine, and today I'm going to talk about vitamin D, normative values, and various disease conditions. Before we start talking about the main points of our research, I would like to mention a few things that are out there about vitamin D that is known to everyone. Here are some major examples of vitamin D. For example, biological processes regulating calcium and phosphorus metabolism, effects on cell populations, differentiations, apoptosis, immune regulations, genome stability, and neurogenesis. These are all some examples that could be affected either directly or indirectly by vitamin D. Knowing the importance of vitamin D, my team and I wanted to look at the vitamin D normative values in various chronic disease conditions such as heart problems, diabetes, oral health, and even at those people that have more than one chronic disease. As far as the methods, my team and I used the data that was collected from NHANES, which is the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey from the year 2017-2018. We looked at different demographics such as age, gender, race, family income level, and then in order to do the math and analysis on vitamin D, we had to look at a total value of vitamin D since there are so many different forms, and we did the math on minimum, maximum, mean, median, and made charts and graphs based on that to compare and contrast different groups. Now let's talk about some numbers. Our sample size was 9,254. Out of those respondents, we have 11.6% that had heart conditions, 10% had diabetes, 29.4% had oral disease, and 47.9% had one or more conditions. The distributions of males and females were roughly equal. In addition, the majority of respondents were non-Hispanic white with a percentage of 34. The mean value of vitamin D in people with oral health disease was 72.2, 77.4 for heart conditions, 75.5 for diabetes, and 73.9 for one or more chronic disease. And all the measurements are in nanomole per liter. Now, some charts and bars to help us look at the results better and easier. This bar graph shows the percentage of people with a few of the diseases, for example, the heart conditions, diabetes, oral health, and the last one shows one or more chronic disease. First percentage again is 11.6%, 10% for diabetes, 29.4% for oral health disease, and then the last one is 47.9%. We also box plotted our results. I'm just going to go over the median numbers of each box. If you look at from the bottom, we have heart conditions that start with 73.8. So that's going to be the middle number. Then we have diabetes with 73, oral health with 68.6, and last one, which is the more than one condition, that's going to be 69.9. As you can see, the lowest median also belongs to the oral disease for vitamin D association. For limitations, we would like to mention how our study is a cross-sectional one and it is interview-based. For the value of vitamin D, everything was reported as a total value for different forms of vitamin D. So even though that could be a strength, we could also investigate further and look at different forms individually. As it was mentioned earlier, the mean value of vitamin D was higher in people with heart conditions and lower in people with oral health diseases. Thus, normative values provide a reference point for healthcare providers to track treatment outcomes. And for future studies, we are hoping that we understand how important it is to study the adverse effect of vitamin D deficiency in order to design a proper treatment. Thank you for your time and patience.